morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Who's on with me this morning? Who's up and early? So, Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get started very shortly. Just waiting to see who's on. There we go. Good morning, Meg. Good morning, Yvette. Hey, Rose Allen. Good morning. Yes, happy Friday. And I only have 5 more work days till vacation. Yay! I can't wait. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Terry. Hey, Angie. So it's a kind of nasty day here in New York. It is a little rainy, so hopefully my internet stays with us. It's not really raining heavy, but Stacy, thank you. Hi, France. Hey, Linda. Hey, Shirley. Yes, definitely share my videos. And we are going to get started. So today what I'm going to be presenting or showcasing is the Snow Wonder. Couple of things before we get started though. First thing is grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Again, Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. I'm going to flip the camera so I can show you a few things that are going on, okay? All right, so of course it's October. Happy October, Halloween month. So my host code has changed. There's the new host code for October. You want to use that if your order is less than $150. Okay, and just go to stampersdelight.com, use that host code, and go ahead and shop online. Okay, so again, we're going to be I'm going to be showcasing Snow Wonder. I'll get to that in a minute. A couple of things I want to show you first. Okay, again, I didn't do it in color yet. Hoping Santa brings me a new colored printer. So we have the Designer Series paper going on. And of course, let me just bring that down a little bit. There we go. So there's several Designer Series papers that are on sale. You can go to my Facebook page or my blog, and you can see them in color. So it's really a good deal, 15% off. That's from now until October 31st, so you definitely want to grab some of those. They're from the annual catalog and a few from the holiday catalog. So don't forget that. The next thing I want to show you is, this is a early release, okay? So this is Curvy Celebrations. It's 2 stamp sets, dies, and Designer Series paper. Now, as a demonstrator, we can order this now. It's an early release, okay? For customers, you can get this November 3rd. This is going to be in the new catalog, the spring or January to June catalog, as they call it now. But what I want to point out is if you join my team, you can get this bundle now. Okay, so it's really, really adorable. I mean, you got a Christmas set here that, it's very curvy. You can see that. The dies are curvy. Snowbanks, that's what I see when I see that. And then, of course, another stamp set. That's quite curvy stamp set. That's Curvy Christmas. So, again, you can get that now with your starter kit by joining my team. Okay. Next thing I want to show you, because you're going to see me using it later on, is on page 63 is the Festive Post stamp set. That coordinates with the Posted for You stamp set in the annual catalog on page 81. And of course that's a bundle, and you've got the rectangle postage punch. Okay, you're going to be seeing me use this later on. The reason I'm bringing it in now is I'm going on vacation, obviously, so I wanted to let you know early that this is what I'm going to be doing for the online class in November. It will be Festive Post, Posted for You, and the punch. I will have more information out on my blog and Facebook later on, but for the online class, it's going to include all of these, okay? And one thing I do is if, you know, maybe you've already ordered this, there's a second level, which you can just get the card kits and the video. But that'll all be on my blog and on my Facebook page probably later in the month, okay? But you do have to order it all by November 10th. So there will be more information on that. I just wanted to show it to you because I will be using that punch. Okay, I think we got everything there. So on page 39 is the Snow Wonder. Okay, How long does it take to fly to Cali? Well, if you went straight through, it would be about 5 hours, but we have a stopover, so it's a long day. So with that said, this is my last Facebook Friday morning until the 23rd, okay, because next weekend I have my all-day retreat on Saturday, so I won't be able to do Facebook Live in the Friday morning, but I will be on tomorrow for World Card Making Day, which brings me into the next thing. Tomorrow is World Card Making Day. November, October, Rosellen, do you mean my online class? It's for November. Okay, October's over with, if that's what you were talking about. Yes, I am planning ahead because I'm going to be away. I'm going to be off, no Facebook Lives, no YouTube Lives, planned lives. You never know when I might hop on. So yes, that's for the November class, and I'll have more information out there. So anyway, tomorrow is World Card Making Day. I will hop on here, Facebook Live, at some point to, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but it's World Card Making Day, so we're going to see what I have to offer. Also, go to the Stampers Delight group, upload a card tomorrow that you're working on or that you've done, and you can enter into my contest, okay? I'm going to pick a winner and maybe a few winners to get door prizes, okay? So definitely check that out. Oh, thank you, Jill. Yes, definitely share. Okay, so let's get started because I am on the early shift this week. So this is the Snow Wonder bundle. Now, you've seen me use these two tags or dies for other stamp sets, which I love, okay? Well, I had not a lot of time to play with it, but oh my gosh, this set is so cute. I love it. So let me bring in some of the samples. Well, first let me show you the stamp set again. Okay, so there's the stamp set. And then the dies. We're going to be using a lot of these dies. So let me explain these first because these are self-explanatory. You got the trees, you got the wreath, you got the labels. These little guys actually just emboss. And you'll see how I did that. So like you could do, let me bring in a piece of paper. So you could put these on your corners and they just emboss some snowflakes, which look great. All right. So those are the dies that go with it. And you're also going to see me use the Evergreen 3D embossing folder. This is really cool. Let me show you it up close. And I'm going to show you how I use that too. All right. So let's, well, actually, let me leave this right here so I can explain it to you. Okay. So here's what I did with this card. Really soft, subtle colors. So, of course, the green is the, what did I use? Soft seafoam. I wanted a real subtle color. Now, if you're like me, the holiday season, you use a lot of the shimmery white paper. If you don't have the shimmery white paper, you definitely want it for the holidays. So there is, again, there's those curves that I used from the Trimming Your Town without the trees to make it look like a snowbank. I'll have still shots later on. And you can see this is a distinctive stamp set, so it's a really nice image. I didn't want it really dark, so I used smoky slate to stamp it in. Okay, and then I added the trees. Now, if you can see way back here, what I did was on my cardstock, I used the embossing folder of the trees. Okay. Yes, you can sleep in for a couple of weeks, Linda. 2 to be exact. two Fridays after this you can sleep in. So there is my first card. Okay. Put that over here. The second card I'm going to show you, I actually just stamped everything, didn't emboss, didn't cut. And I did a little masking, you know, so that his little arms there were in the trees. Okay, and I see I'm starting to freeze a little bit. Let me just tell you right now that if I go off because of the rain, I will jump back on as long as it doesn't get too late. So I'm going to go kind of fast because I don't want to lose, with the rain here, my internet connection. So here's just a nice, sweet, and simple stamped card. Again, I didn't use black up here. I used smoky slate for the hat because I didn't want it to be too harsh. Okay. So that was my second card. Now, with our first frost, I believe it's called. I always call it that anyway. I used our designer series paper. Of course, that's backwards, but it's just the strip that was left over. Look how great this looks with that beautiful paper. And you can see I just colored his scarf and his little holly up there. But what a beautiful card, right? You already got your background. And of course you have some stamps here that are snowflakes. Okay, the next one is using the same, and that's Seaside Spray. This one I used the Misty Moonlight, and I used a different paper. I love the Misty Moonlight, but look at the background. And I didn't color anything. I didn't have to color anything here, right? And of course there I used the wreath. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is with this punch, and I made it into a window card. Look at this. So you're in the window, looking outside, and there I used the Plaid Tidings designer series paper. What do you think? So that is with that Postage rectangle stamp. And here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to bring it up. Here's where I embossed. Whoop, I embossed those snowflakes. Okay. So I embossed the snowflakes on that one. And then the next one I have to show you is my quick, cute, easy Stair Step card. So this is what it looks like closed. And let me bring it in close. So here's that background again, the embossing folder. But what I did was I took a piece of the shimmery white, I embossed it, and then I cut my trees out. No stamping, I just embossed it so that when I did my trees, they actually look like white trees. Can you see that? Which DSP did you use with the... That's from the first frost, Stacy. So this one actually opens like this. So it would stand. Okay. I'm going to hold it up. Let me flip the camera. Didn't flip it. Okay, so this one actually stands up like this. I know it's hard for me to... Okay, so you can see the side piece. So it stands up. And again, all I did was stamp it in the smoky slate and the shimmery white, and I put some rhinestones as buttons. And then when you open it, there's your saying. Yes, it has a lot of detail. So that's the one first I'm going to show you, okay? All right, so let's get started. So for that card, you're going to need a piece of 4 1/4 by 11. Let me bring in my paper trimmer, paper trimmer here. And what I did, I've done this one before. It was with the coffee set. I'm going to just score it at 1 inch. Then again at 2 inches. I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to go in at 4 1/2. Okay. So there it is at 4 1/2. And let me just make sure I've got that right. Yep. You know me in the morning. I write it down and I still mess it up. Okay. That's all there is to that quick stair. I mean, there's a lot of Stair Step cards out there, but this one's the easiest one I know of. And I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to just fold these up. Whoop, rhinestone. Okay. So there's my Stair Step. Okay, now I'm going to flatten it out for a second. I'm going to be using the die machine a lot. Okay, so for this piece right here, I want to use that embossing folder. But I only want it on that one piece. So let me move these out of the way. And bring in my other... Okay, what do I do with that? I think it's back here. hiding. I just got to grab my... I have no idea where I put it. Isn't that terrible? All right, give me a second. I have everything here ready, and I can't find my... Got the embossing folder. Where's my... Okay, well, we're going to improvise. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that... I don't know where my other pieces... Oh, I see it. All right. All right. So this is a 3D embossing folder. So I need this blue plate. I'm only going to do the inside here, right? Let me move this up so you can see. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm putting that right here on that middle flap, right? That middle piece right there. And I'm just going to run it through because that fits perfectly on that corner that I just folded. Okay, so let me just push this through. And back out. Okay. Now I am going to put that over there because I'm going to be using that a lot today. So here comes the embossing folder. Look at those trees. Look at the detail in that. Okay, now remember, this is going to get folded up, so it goes like this. Okay, so on here, just so you see that, I use the embossing paste. So I've already done that ahead of time. And if I didn't lose that, there it is. These two pieces are already cut. Now, they're it doesn't matter what size you use here as far as width-wise. It just depends on how high you want your snowbanks. But they are 4 1/4 long. Okay, so let me bring that up. All right, one's going to go here, and one's going to get glued to the back. So there you have your snowbanks. Just going to bring that down a little bit so you can see it a little better. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am just going to glue the bottom of those down. And then this one, now that I have that, I'm going to bring up a little bit, right about there, so you can see the snowbanks. Okay, so we're just going to glue that down. And that's going to go right on the back side here of where your trees are. Okay, so there's the start of it. Now, I've already done this, embossed that, so I'm still going to use these pieces. Okay, no sense in wasting it. So I'm just going to trim those off so that I can reuse it. And then I'm going to bring in my trees, and I'm going to do this twice. So let me bring this back in. I told you, I didn't really, I usually like to do this ahead of time, but I didn't have a lot of time getting ready for my all-day retreat. So I was like, that's okay. You see what I'm talking about, right? So then I'm just going to roll this through. Oh my gosh, I love this embossing folder. Okay, there's one. And let's see how many. I think I can get 2 out of here, and that's probably what I need. Let me go back. Again, I know a lot of people have been saying that their magnetic plate is warping. That's just from use. What you can do is, I'll stop it right here. What I do is I stop and I leave my plate in here, so it kind of flattens it out a little bit overnight. Okay. How did you missed how you did ridge on the snowbank? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, yeah, Maureen, it's on the video. Okay, so there we have 2 pieces. I love this card. Okay. So let me bring that back in. And And these guys are going to go right about here. I know it's white on white, but it just looks so pretty. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now I'm going to bring in another piece of my beautiful shimmery white, which I absolutely love. I'm going to bring in my smoky slate. Thank you, Kathy. I'm going to stamp him. You see how nice and soft he is in the smoky slate? I'm going to put these back before I lose them. I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to walk over here and do this. Okay, I'm just cutting it. You've seen me cut before. This way I don't have to keep moving it in front of you. So I'm just cutting that out with the die. So I'll be right back. So I say, right? Don't go anywhere. Okay. Here we go. So there's our snowman. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece right here. And I'm basically doing the same card, okay? Because I liked it so much. I put embossing paste on here, yes. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in the smoky slate. I'm going to grab these two pieces. Okay, and this is going to be cut out with this one. And then I need a piece of smoky slate right there. And this one is going right on here. Okay, so let me just slide over and cut those out. Normally I would have them cut out already, but kind of nice to see how I do everything step by step, right? So let me know, do you like to see every step, or are there some things that you know that you don't need to see me do step by step? Like that. And we're just cutting this one out. I think these are probably my favorite label dies right now. Do I say that with every set? I think I do. Okay, so here we go. Let's move this over. That's going to go right there. Okay, so now we're going to get some dimensionals. Oh, that's where that rhinestone fell off here. All right, so we're going to take our little snowman. And we're going to, oh, not with that. You want dimensionals for this. Okay, especially since you got that snow on the bottom. Well, I was only going to use 2. These things are sticking to my fingers this morning. Okay, so there's a dimensional. We're going to put him, make sure his arm is inside your card. Okay. And then we're going to take those out so I can figure out where I want those. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, I'm also going to put dimensionals on that. Again, make sure your dimensionals are at the bottom, because if they're at the top, they're going to stick on that. I just like the white with the smoky slate. Just a nice... Okay, now on the next level right here is where we're going to put this tree. Now what I wanted to do, let me just show you this up close. If I put those behind each other, you're not going to see them. So I am moving that over, and I'm just going to cut this little piece off when I'm done, because I want that big tree showing. So I'm going to grab dimensionals. And I am going to put that right here. So he's going to hang off for a minute. Just like that. And you can put some more embossing paste on the trees. Okay. I'm just going to flip this over. Oh, thank you. You like it all to see everything. Okay. Step by step, right? Okay. Thank you, Ange. Okay. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. And another thing I like to do is make sure you go in here and really get that inside good burnishing so it stands up better. There we go. All right, so now we're going to grab some dimensionals here. And I got this long piece, so this fits perfect inside there. That one just wanted to hang out there, so we'll just leave them on there. The thing I like about this die is you can use either side. Okay, we're going to put that right in there. I'm going to grab 2 more. Okay. And we are going to put Happy Christmas right here. And then you can see I used the rhinestones for this one. So you know what? I'm gonna, well, he lost 2 of his rhinestones. I'm gonna just add a little color to this one. Okay, let's see how that looks. Just to change it up a bit. Let me put his rhinestones back on here. Okay, all right, we're gonna change this one up a little bit. Before I do that, I'm going to stamp the inside. And these have beautiful sentiments too. Sending you blessings, peace, and magic this Christmas season. Again, I'm with the smoky slate because I'm doing everything in those colors. I am going to stamp. I think I moved that a little bit. Nope, I got it. I'm going to take the trees. And, well, I should have a piece of paper here, but I'm just going to grab that tree right there. Okay, now to change it up just a tad from this one, I'm going to grab some colored rhinestones. Let's use the green. Let's see how that looks. It does bring it out. Okay, same card, just a little different with the rhinestones. Which one do you like? Yes, I love my doodads. Okay, let's do this. Okay, here you go. That's the all with no color. It's just, I mean, it's just a gorgeous, really elegant, I think. And there's the green. And I'll have still shots later on. Okay, so I don't know which one you like, the one with a little added color or without. Well, while you decide that, let's play with another set. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, good, I got a few more minutes. So let me show you this card. I might not do the wreath. I might not have time. Okay, so this card, and I'll bring that back in so you can see it. What I did was I just fold your cardstock. Okay, get that out of the way. I have a piece of the plaid tidings, which is the same color. I'm thinking I might use the other side, though, just to change it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to lay that down now. Let's change it up and use the black or the gray side. So this piece right here, of course, is a little bit, it's not 4 1/4, it's a little bit larger, okay, just so I have a small edge. Then I got this wood piece of designer series paper from the Textures, the one that's on sale right now. And I'm going to take that punch, and this is 4 by 5. And I'm just going to go ahead with my rectangle punch and eyeball this, okay? If I go all the way in, I think that's too hot, okay, I'm going to eyeball this. It might not come out straight, but I'm going to slide that over. Do another punch and pray that it's straight. Yeah, pretty straight. Okay, could have been over on that side a little bit, but that's okay. We'll make do. And I can actually make that smaller if I have to. It's just I'm trying to punch it without setting it down. Okay. Okay. You like both? Okay. All right, so there's my window. Okay, same thing. This side could be trimmed off a little bit, but we're going to leave it for now. So that's going to go right there. Now I have this piece, which is the same, and I'm using very vanilla instead of white this time, just for change. Same size, 4 by 5. All right, so I'm going to bring this in, and I am going to bring in my, this time I'm going to use my Memento black, okay, because I do want him to stand out. So let's see. I'm going to, first I'm going to stamp him, and I want to make sure his little head shows. All right, so I'm eyeballing this right about there. That's good. This is the way I do everything. All right, there we go. Let's see what happens when I put him back on. Oh yeah, you can see him. Okay, now I did make, which don't know where that is, a piece for him to layer that up. Let's see if I got it on here so I could mask it. All right, well, I'm going to mask it real quick. All right, so let me grab a piece of paper and I'll show you how I mask that. Oh, there he is. Okay, so what I did was I stamped him on just a piece of my blotter paper, so that I could hold him right there. Right? Oop, is he backwards? Nope, he's right. Okay, so this is masking. I'm going to grab my shaded spruce. I know I'm going kind of fast today. I'm going to hold him right there. And I should really have a piece of paper behind it. The desk is going to get messy, but okay. And I'm just going to stamp some trees around him. And maybe one down here. Okay. Let's see how that comes out. So again, I just cut the snowman out on a piece of paper, and then you stamp him, then you mask it by putting that over him so that it looks like he's standing in front of the trees. Okay. Then we're going to take our window frame. And we're going to put it right over that. Before I do, I'm going to take it, bring in a couple of blends. And you can use regular markers because you don't have a lot to blend up here. I'm using dark cherry cobbler. I am using granny apple green. So I want that bright. And then for his nose, which I could use a darker color, but I'm using the pumpkin because that's what I have here and it's only the light. I'm using the Seaside Spray. And this is the dark first. And I'm just going to bring in some dark lines. You really don't see a lot of this, so I think I might change it to the Misty Moonlight. Thank you, Beverly. Love looking out the window at the snowman. Yes. Okay, I'm going to switch this to the Misty Moonlight, and I'm just adding some lines here. Not a lot of coloring here. Yeah, there we go. That shows up a little bit better. And of course, you could always add Wink of Stella too. And then we are going to put this on top. Now, one thing, I glued this down flat. This one I'm going to do on dimensionals. Let's see how it looks popped up, okay? So I'm just going to add some dimensionals on here. And this one I'm going to, yeah, that'll fit. Okay. What time we got? Oh, we got time. Good, 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 good. Okay. And my take your pick tool is right there. You definitely need the take your pick tool. Okay, and I'm going to line this up. Pop that up right there. And then I'm going to layer it right on top. Is this all one set? Yes, this is all one set. This is the Snow Wonder dies and stamp set. The only thing that's not there, that's separate, is the embossing folder that I used. Okay, now, this one I used the wreath. This one I think I made a little bow. Maybe I'll just put the little bow. I'll use that. Okay. So I am going to grab a glue dot. Put the glue dot right there. Just put a little bow right there. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to do something. I'm going to grab that frame, that die. I'm just going to say framelit. And I'm going to just put something on there. So let me do that over here. Just so I change it up a little bit so you can see two different ways. Actually could have used the very vanilla since that's what the background was, but and we'll go with the Happy Christmas, but I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. Let's see how this looks. I don't know how it's going to look. Whoop. Since I haven't done it yet, but Happy Christmas. Put that right there with dimensionals. Just so I should change it up a little bit so you get two different versions, right? And the Misty Moonlight kind of brings out his scarf. I'm going to put it right. I think I'll put it, I don't know which way I want it here. I don't want to put it there. I'll put it right here. Happy Christmas. All right, now for the inside, I will just grab, so you can mix and match white and very vanilla, by the way. This one I'm going to use the other inside saying, which will be here, right here. Christmas wishes and joyful greetings. I love this set. Love, love, love this set. Okay. And for the trees, where are my trees? They're over here. We're going to go with Shaded Spruce. Okay, I'm confused. What is the snowman bundle? Okay, it's Snow Wonder. This is the, and here's the dies that go with it. I just have mine inside here. Okay, this is your bundle right here. Okay, Julie, this is the bundle. I'll put the page and everything. What doesn't come with it, which is separate, is the embossing folder. Okay? How's that? We good? I mean, I talk fast normally, and I know I'm talking a little faster right now because I want to get this card finished. Just let me know you're good, Julie. And I will put everything again on the description while I'm working later. Okay, and then we're just going to put this in here. So there you have two different renditions. I'm going to bring this in, and of course, I'm going to use my, now these are 6 by 6, so when you cut the plaid paper is 6 by 6. So when you cut it, you have this strip left, and you know me, I'm going to use that strip right here, so before I lose it. And that one was cut a little bit short, but that's okay. We'll trim it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I used the punch. Thank you, France. The punch right here isn't included in that bundle. That was extra too. Thank you, France. Totally forgot that. Again, I'll have all the numbers, the description, and the item numbers. Give me a couple hours, okay? So there we have that one. And here we have this one. The punch is the postage stamp. Stamp punch, yes. Okay, so let me bring these back in so you can see them. And again, I apologize for talking so fast today. I never thought that 15 minutes The early shift is 15 minutes earlier than the late shift. Not a big deal, but it is when you're stamping. Okay, so there's the 2. Then we have these 2. And then we had these. And then, of course, we had our Stair Step cards. And I will also put still shots on shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will hop on Facebook Live sometime tomorrow. I'll give you at least an hour warning. And remember, I'll be off doing live videos, planned live videos until the 23rd. I'll be back Friday morning on the 23rd because after my retreat, I head out the next day to see our Cali kids. I may pop on while I'm out there. You never know. I might find something to stamp. So thank you so much for tuning in. Also, remember, always check my Facebook page because even though I may not be live, I will have new samples on there for you to see and any new specials. Also, remember, I will be posting the November online class, and that I'll do within the next week or 2, okay? Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Julie. Thanks, Jean. Hey, Megan. Thank you. Thank you all again for tuning in. And hopefully I'll see you all back here sometime tomorrow, okay? Keep on stamping, stampers. Bye.